Got a little bit of a different setting. We're in my kitchen this morning. And what I wanted to go over is something that I feel like is very not talked about and very overlooked when it comes to trading, is how much your outside life dictates how you are as a trader. And I feel like people just completely disregard this thought because it's not something like trading is in a sense that it's pretty fucking simple. You hop in the charts, you find your setup, and you're done. Usually I'm done within 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I am closing my computer within an hour. It's not something that I'm sitting on looking on the whole time. I'm sitting there for an hour. If I find my setup, I take it. If I take a loss, I hop off. It's something that I only take an hour, less than an hour out of my day to do. But the rest of your day affects how you are as a trader on the charts within that 1 hour of you actually trading. And this is something that's very overlooked, and people don't realize how much it really affects them. If you're someone who wakes up 5 minutes before the market opens, doesn't eat healthy food, like somewhat healthy foods, eats like shit, just scrolls on TikTok, plays video games all day, like you're not going to succeed with this. You have to be in a certain type of locked in. And it's not, and when I talk about being locked in, I'm not talking about sitting on the charts for hours on end. I mean, your outside life. You have to be so locked in on your outside life, and that affects how you actually trade as a person. Now, I've seen a lot of people within my Discord, and I'm not going to call any names out, but I see certain people of how they treat their outside life to trading, okay? And it's very simple and easy to see how your outside life affects your trading and all these people that don't have a disciplined life and are living a very undisciplined life, they are very unprofitable. And I don't even know how to explain it. It's something that's it's so embedded into my mind because I've been doing this for so long. I see how people treat their own lives and it affects their entire trading. You have to be so locked in. And I'm not talking about, like I said, I'm not talking about you have to be sitting on the charts for hours on end. No, I just mean you have to have a simple, clean, clear mind. You can't be listening to rap music 24/7. You can't be, smoking weed, because all of these certain things, you might not think about it, but they affect your life. Rap music, for example, okay? I want to say majority, 90% of all rap music talks about either drugs, guns, violence, women, and just super ungodly things. And all of these things, they flood into your mind. And so you're not thinking about anything else besides those things that they talked about in the music, okay? And another thing as well, weed, for example. A lot of people within the Discord, I see that they smoke weed. And it's just it's so simple to see who's actually profitable and who's not profitable. The people who don't smoke weed have a clean life, who really try to focus to be a better person every single day. Those are the people that are actually making true money with this. And I'm not trying to sit here and call people out with this. I'm just trying to make some of you realize that you have to have a clean mind. You have to have a clean, simple, calm mind if you want to have anything to do within business, within trading, within relationships, within faith to God, within literally anything within your life. You have to have a simple, clean mind, because if you're going to have all of this noise, all of these sounds coming into your mind, for example, the weed, the rap music, the fast food, the junk, the fucking you not working out, all those things are cluttering your mind. But if you have a clean mind, for example, if you read books, if you listen to clean music, if you listen to house music or something like that. Those are certain things that can affect your mind. And it's crazy how much outside things really turn into effect in your brain right here. It's super, super crazy how it works. But you can watch videos on it. You could do research on it. Literally all bad things that are bad that you're doing will affect your mind. And you might not think about it, but it really, really does. So what I encourage you to do, for example, if you are someone who doesn't really care about their lives, but you want to become successful in trading and you're kind of just doing this for the money then, So if you're someone who's that kind of person, I suggest that you take a look at yourself in the mirror and see all of your bad habits that you're doing. For example, if you're eating like shit, you don't work out, you don't stay any sort of active, you don't read books, you don't try to improve yourself daily. Okay? Write all of those things down on a piece of paper, and for the next 2-3 months, I want you to completely get rid of those habits, and I want you to have like a checkbox on it. All right? So you get yourself a piece of paper, either print it out or write it out, have a checkbox near it, and then as time goes on, as you get rid of all of those bad habits, those vices, you check it off as a check mark. Okay? And this is something that I actually helped a lot of people out with, because it's such a simple thing that really affects your mind. For example, I know a couple of friends that were vaping. Okay, vaping nowadays is a very big thing within the younger generation. I absolutely hate it. I think it destroys your body, your brain, even your soul. Okay, I helped my friend completely get rid of vaping. All right, first couple of times he tried quitting, he stopped for like a month, but like he went back into it. But it came to a point where he needed to lock in. Okay, he needed to lock in. And most people, what they would try to do when they're trying to quit is they try to decrease the amount of that they're actually taking in. So they're gonna say like, all right, I'm only gonna vape one time a day. You know, I'll get buzzed, or I'm gonna stick to once or like 3 times a week that I'm gonna be vaping. You're still vaping. You're not quitting anything. You have to just drop it completely. You have to go cold turkey. You have to completely drop it out of your life. Because if you're just going to try to like inch forward at it like this, you're just going to get back right into it. You have to literally just drop it completely. Get rid of it out of your life. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. They can't grasp that because it's such a big part of their lives. For example, video games, sports, entertainment, any sort of entertainment when it comes to movies, sports, football now is huge right now because, the Super Bowl is coming up. And I'm like, dude, like I can't have a normal conversation with a lot of people nowadays, especially the people my age. People come up to me all the time like, bro, did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? That game was crazy. I'm like, dude, go sports. Yeah, I love sports. Like, dude, I don't care. Talk to someone else about it. I used to work at a dealership, and there used to be this guy come up to every single day, or the only thing I would ever hear coming out of his mouth was football and the Bears and the Chicago Bears. Brother, you're broke. You need to get your priorities right. You think people on a fucking football field are caring about you? You're watching from your phone, from your TV. You think they care about you? No, they don't care. Why are you focusing all of your attention on people who don't give a shit about you? Why on earth would you care for someone else? You have to focus on yourself and no one else, bro. No one else. You genuinely have to only care about yourself nowadays. Obviously, you need to care about other people around you. Obviously, if you have friends, if you have family members, you have to take care of those people. You have to care about those people because they are part of your life. But they are tied to your life. You have to care about those people. So what I encourage you guys to do, if you have bad vices, if you had things holding you back as a person, don't just try to quit. Just quit. Drop the things that you're doing because you know that those things are bad. You know those things are horrible for you and you keep doing it. You have to just drop it completely and know that it's a completely bad thing for you because it is cluttering your mind. It is cluttering your mind. It is literally like throwing trash on a plate. That's literally you trying to eat that food that's on the plate. No, you can't because that's trash. Let's just say, here's actually a really good example. I just came up in my head. All right, you make yourself a fantastic dinner. You make a steak on a stove and you put it down to eat. You're about to eat it and then your friend comes in, throws garbage at it. That's literally you. That's literally you listening to music. You're trying to be successful and you're going to have all these dreams and goals and all this stuff, but you're cluttering your mind with garbage, with stuff that is not important. Find something to replace those habits. If you have any bad habits, literally try to learn a new skill. Try to master a skill. Try to learn a new language. Try to read a book. And a lot of people nowadays, it's almost impossible to get through a book because they have such a short attention span. Like with TikTok and Instagram now, it's almost impossible to find people who have a good attention span because they're so locked in on scrolling on their phone and stuff like that. I completely got rid of TikTok and Instagram. I don't have them on my phone. Sometimes if I really get bored, I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch something, but I'm not watching literal brain rot. There's stuff that is like frying my brain. I think so much more clearly when I don't have these apps. I limit myself probably like maybe an hour a week on any social media just so I can like get back to my friends and stuff like that. And I don't even download it on my phone. I don't download it on my phone. I have I'm signed in on Instagram on my laptop. So I just go in like maybe once a week for like an hour just to like check in and like see that's all it is. Just get rid of all of your bad habits, and I promise you will become such a better person, a better trader, and you will think like a profitable trader should.